Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we've got a map which reminds me of a map that got me very excited back in episode 125. Now, by everybody's admission, 125 wasn't the world's greatest map, but you know, sometimes you see a map that just ticks your boxes. That was it. Sadly, that one's been removed from the internet since. Maybe this one will replace it in my head. Now, you may say I'm a little bit of a hypocrite when I just can tell you I would play this map in a heartbeat, but then I'm not going to be giving it the seal of approval today. It's one of those that I personally approve of it, but I don't really think I should be approving it for you guys. But that said, it's not a bad map. You'll soon see. We'll do a full review on it. When should we do that? Oh, we should do it today, shouldn't we? While we're here. One other thing you could do today, of course, is play BonBonBingo. Link is in the description. Play along with the memes as we go. And, of course, you can play along with the daily reminder by clicking the like button. That's right, doing that really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for that ongoing support. Today's map is Porto Santo by zubozrout. I think that might be about right. Zubozrout, maybe? Zubozrout I'm going with, though. Let's have a little look at that start square. Mostly water, but there's enough land there to get playing with as well. Real life location, by the way, Porto Santo. There it is. It's in the North Atlantic Ocean, sort of the outflow of the Mediterranean kind of zone, a little bit out as well there. Resources good and strong, yeah, no complaints with those. Makes it playable, adds playability, adds points. And if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, we have everything, including a little bit of tuna in the bay. I like that, good work. Okay, off to the workshop. Or what do we need? There are a few subscriptions, not too many, and it is a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Nicely written description that explains everything, and I think it's a pretty solid shot. We'll be using the vanilla boreal theme and counterintuitively the vanilla tropical LUT. Don't ask, I just follow the instructions, you know. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, down to ground level, Tulane Mass Transit Highway. Now, this part is sort of like fictitious. It connects an island that's way out in the Atlantic with the edge of the map via these little dotted islands across here. So this one, if you want to play a more realistic map, get to the map editor, remove this island and the roads and stuff, and it'll be more realistic. But for playability, I don't mind this sort of thing. It just adds a connection to the outside world, and you don't have to worry about harbours and stuff. Favourite part of the entire map is this big old bridge. Vanilla, big old bridge, and it's done very nicely as well. It's perfectly balanced with a little passing point in the middle. Whether or not it has a shipping route going through it doesn't really matter, because it looks absolutely on point. I really like that. It's got really nice balance to it. So credit there. I'm immediately going to shoot it down a little bit though as we come to the tunnel. This is down to prop placement rather than anything. The tunnel looks okay, but we do have this rock blocking the entrance a little bit. Just a little bit. That's actually part of the Park Life rocks. It's part of the set there. It's not a single rock. You'd have to move the entire cluster of rocks, which of course can move everything. And then that can mess everything else up. Coming back down to the other side, I think this is actually a real life island, this one that we've just seen here. And then we're back to another little, little vanilla bridge, not custom bridge, I'll take that back. And an elevated highway running along the outside of these rocks. Again, very nicely done, this highway. This is all strong work going on here. Coming down to ground as we hit the mainland. The Mainland Highway comes in, just a little wiggle up to the edge here, and it's going to stop at a dead end, which looks a little bit awkward. I'd like to see it extend a little bit further, but it's not so bad. It's not too bad at all. And that's it with no rail, so what we'll do is we'll take an intermission, we'll come back and check out for the shipping straight after this, and the rest of the map. Are you a fan of the show? Well, I guess if you're watching this, you really must be. And as you made it through 1000 reviews, it's time to really treat yourself, to emblazon yourself with all 1000 thumbnails in one great garment. From the makers of WhatMap, it's the official WhatMap 1000 t-shirt. Get yours now. And so back to the shipping routes at Porto Santo by zubozrout, and shipping route number 1 looks absolutely fine. It just curves around. It'll reach the edge of the map in a moment. It's curving, it's curving, it's curving, and there's your edge of the map. Now, for those of you who've been watching this week's show, you know that this one's going to go cross country, don't you? You already know that this one's going to go cross country, don't you? This one comes in here, and maybe it'll go through the middle of that bridge. That big old bridge has got a passing point. That'd be quite nice if we can do that. Crosses the air route, which is fine. Bends back this way and completely ignores both the bridge and going cross country. All credit to the creator for one of those two things anyway. Water flow in the start square is very negligible. There are a couple of dotted white arrows if you look for them, so just be a little bit careful on the off, okay? This start square water ain't very strong at all, so base game players, you may have some struggles if you're not careful. If you're not careful. But it's the shape of the island that does it for me. Real life location, nice shout. I think I still prefer Arta, the episode 125, but this is just behind it in me for this like very basic, sort of almost disinteresting vanilla island maps. The only real serious bits of detailing is here, and there's nothing wrong with this at all. We have the essential lighthouse as well, and just some basics going on there. And in terms of level of detailing, it's better than rubbish, way better than rubbish. Beaches are okay. They could do with a little bit more work on them, but they are way better than similar beaches that we've seen on similar maps. These very clearly have been worked. There is more work that could be done to them, but they're okay already. So again, I think I'm quite happy with them. Again, the vanilla theme doesn't really do it justice, but you can switch out a custom theme of your choice. No problems at all. Loving the shape of enough. All of these islands are great. The cliff work as well is excellent. On the whole, there aren't many trees on these cliff edges. 1 or 2 creep down on this top edge along here. But a few of them, the smaller trees, look in place. It's the big trees on cliff edges like those that just don't look like they would hold. A little bit of water glitching, yes. Vanilla rocks and vanilla water don't really go to... Oh, could we ever have custom water? That would be amazing. Modders, you know what to do. Custom water, please. I have no idea even if it's vaguely possible. But they always said skyboxes were impossible, and look, we got skyboxes. Another little island over here, just scooting around the outside of the mainland. Call it a main, it's a mainland, I guess. It's the main island, so it's the mainland. And then back down this side where we have, again, cliff edges along here. We'll have a look at the playable area in a moment as well. Another little island over here, just dotted out on its own. This is all, I would say this is a bonbon island. That is, yeah, although to be honest with you, I just live on the big island. That'd be my shout. But that's about right for a bonbon island, I think. It's far enough away from the coast. Credit for that one. Over the rivers, we'll have a quick glance at the rivers in a moment. And what more have we got going on around here? Yes, some of the cliffs over here, not the biggest sold on them. Just a few more dotted islands over here as well. It's an island with 2 trees on it. I take that back. Yes. Now the cliffs on this, this is a landmark area over here. Look absolutely stunning. It's really tall. It's a big old drop, but it's smattered with trees. Now, maybe it's smattered in trees in real life, but I don't think they're really tall. I think these are the hemlocks, aren't they? They just look stupid. I don't mind a little bit of foliage on them, but they just don't look like they would fit there. I think that's tree painting gone a little bit crazy. But yes, so maybe just have them along the bottom there, and then maybe some light shrubs going up the side, possibly. That would have a chance of hanging on to a cliff edge. The rivers they're okay. They're okay. They're not finely treated, but you know what? They're fine. They're going to certainly work for the map. Yeah, they're not massively well detailed either, but they're fine. Absolutely, I can't mark the map down on those. Let's have a look with the terrain lines on, because I know there are definitely people going to want to see this today. This, I think, is realistic terrain. So you may want to do a little bit of terrain work as you're going along to level things out, or just plan very carefully where you're putting your neighbourhoods to make sure that you don't have anything glitching too much out of the landscape in terms of buildings, because we know how dumb that can look. Switch those lines off, and I think we're thinking now about the start square. Let's have one last look at these hills and mountains. We haven't looked at this patch here. Yeah, not really buildable area, but you could get up and into them, and I think that's important. Right, there you are, start square, which means we have our set of the day. It's the final one in Botany Week, and I guess it's the quirky one of the week as well. When I say quirky one, it's all in the name, okay? It's MorningGlory Pack by RyanCat. Now, I'm just showing you the ones that lay flat on the ground. There are some that are more vertical. That would be for detailing walls and stuff like that. But these ones just lay it on the ground. A MorningGlory Pack by RyanCat. Now, on the chart show, I made some sort of wry quip about MorningGlory. And one person commented, and another person messaged me, "What do you mean? MorningGlory? How is that funny?" So, factoids because factoids. First of all, use the Urban Dictionary next time. Secondly, how can I put this where it still stays a family-friendly show? Sometimes when a man lives alone, or with a partner, he's not the first one up in the morning. And that is MorningGlory. There we go. That is very much... I think you know what I mean when I say up. Yeah? Yeah. If you don't, back to school with you. MorningGlory Pack by RyanCat. Today's a very pretty asset of the day. Very nice for detailing there. Yes, loads of great botany this weekend. Not a sign of Pidelmo or Mr. Maison anywhere. The two all-time greats they are. In case you didn't know that they were the all-time greats. The shape of this island. Now, there is one little thing I've skimped over. Let's come back down to Start Square and look over back to where we began. Look at the edge of the map there. Can you see that line just going up the side there? Just about. Is it a very tall tree, you say? No, we head over, we get a better view of it. I'm just showing that it is visible from the start square, so it is kind of important. And if you have a look over here, yes, it's that vegetation that is pushed right up to the edge of the map and just climbing up the side of the skybox. If we pull that across, that one will have completely disappeared. Over here, I can't see any of it. I think it might actually just be a tree. I think it might... Someone grab the tree. Oh, hang on. It would have been easy if I just selected the entire area, wouldn't it? I might just do that. Let's just choose the entire area. There we go. And drag them all away. And hopefully... Yes, it's gone. So yes, one of those trees was doing what the vegetation normally does. Oopsie. But anyway, easy to clean up and not a big problem. But what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description that will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Apple, Gmail, or a Patreon account. But what do I think of today's map? Well, first of all, aesthetically, I love the shape of the island, and considering it's 100% vanilla, I really do quite like it. It doesn't quite pop enough. There's more work that could be done, like on the rivers, for example, to bring it up into 4-star levels, but it's still very solid for me. I'm going to go just slightly above middle 3. I like it. Detailing is more than good enough. There are one or two little bits here and there, more than good enough, but I don't think it's much more than a middle 3 again, so I'm going to go just slightly above middle 3 for certainly with the effort with the networking. I love that bridge. Gameplay potential. I would play this all day long. I told you I would very happily jump straight into this, but I also accept that this is basically a middle 3-star map. Just because I want to play it doesn't mean it's necessarily a 5-star map. So, middle 3. Porto Santo by zubozrout. Again, this is exactly the sort of map that I started doing What's Map for. I should stop making the shows right now because I found the next map for my next city build. Except for that's what I was looking for 4 years ago, and it's not what I'm looking for now. So I'm going to keep looking. I'll just keep making them. Anyway, what a way to be living, eh? What a way. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. I'll be back tomorrow with the chart show, and then up and rolling next week with some more What's Maps, and hopefully my voice won't completely crack in the next few seconds. Will be okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.